The idea was to come and review the status of all the programs, literacy, basic education, job skill training, our Liberia Ghana mission, which is the scholarships for our students from first grade all the way through university, and microfinancing, and also the health of the staff and administration here within the office. I'm proud to state that the results of the literacy program, which we have just redone all the levels of reading and writing in English, is some of the best quality education I've seen of Alpha Lit globally. So we work in 15 countries, and I got to tell you, the level of comprehension of the students, the quality of the education being presented by the educators, our teachers, is amongst the best in the world. It's been unparalleled, and you can see that in the speed and enthusiasm that the student presents its answers and how it engages in the class. So I'm very, very excited about the work that's being done here in the literacy and the basic education. The job skills is also excellent. They impress me more every time. Last year they measured me, or 2 years ago when I came, they measured me when I arrived at the airport. They gave me and my team clothes 2 days after based on those measurements. This time they assumed that my measurements hadn't changed. So when I first saw them, the next day they already have a shirt for me. So it's the job skill class is doing excellent also. Regarding the Liberia Ghana mission, went to see several of the schools. Was very impressed with the quality of the education. The conditions were good conditions for the children to learn in. So we're very happy with that program. Currently we have over 6,300 students in the program, and we've already allocated a budget for that this coming year, plus some more students that we committed to throughout our trip. And then the microfinancing, we worked on some restructuring within the program, but it's healthy, and we look forward to seeing its success improve and grow in 2019. The office itself, this is the best staff that Alpha Lit Liberia International has ever had since inception. I'm proud of the work ethic and effort the team has put in the last 10 days. It's exceptional. They've put in hours, late hours almost every day. They've worked Friday late, and they worked Saturday all day to get the work done. Very impressive, very proud. And so my summary for the trip is I leave with a uplifted heart. God has blessed me through these days of tribulations, but as my brother said, the light always shines after the darkest hour, right. And it definitely has shined. All right, I'm opening it for questions.
My name is Gerald, coordinator of work for Front Page Africa newspaper. You mentioned that the trip was fruitful, and I really want to know what are some of the challenges that you encountered, that you were told that's all grand and you think that need improvement.
Well, to begin with, the books for the literacy and basic education for reading and writing, which is really the foundation of education. If you can't read or write, then you can't really do anything else. Was critical to see how the curriculum was being taught and if our students were actually learning. The teachers were doing an incredible job, and the students were learning at a rate unparalleled in any other program we have in 14 other countries. So that was a blessing in itself of what could have been a horrendous problem. We've increased our students this year to 4,000, where the numbers before were ranging about 2,500. So we're very excited, not just in the additional quantity of students, but the level of comprehension, that they're actually learning. It was critical. And when we say that our students go through a 6th grade level education, understand that we don't base ourselves on levels of education in any country. So let's say we're in Bolivia We don't try to reach a 6th grade level in Bolivia, or a 6th grade level in Liberia, or a 6th grade level in Dominican Republic. We want to qualify for a 6th grade level in any country internationally, whether it's the U.S., England, France, China. Therefore, our books are taught through a 6th grade level based on an international curriculum, not based on a local curriculum, regardless of the country. And when we're telling you that the students that are graduating from the Alpha Lit program are graduating with a 6th grade level, they can take that anywhere in the world and they're going to have a 6th grade level. So I'm very proud of that. Liberia Ghana mission, the schools are doing excellent. It's more of an issue of restructuring reporting, and we've already made all corrections necessary so going forward we can provide better reporting to our donors. And that was basically the big challenges.
I listened to you that when you talk about the macro restructuring. What is the specific? Yes. What is the specific area that you are looking at to do the restructuring? Why this time? Then, secondly, we talk a whole lot about this mission. That the mission is doing well. Getting back, what is speak for you and what the mission stands to benefit in terms of all the good things that it is doing? You have to do.
Be a larger program in 2019. And that is the best way to reward the team here for the work they've done, is to be able to grow the program in 2019 across the board. So we're talking about growing the program in Alpha Lit literacy and basic education, job skills, and in Liberia Ghana mission. So that's the best reward. Regarding restructuring, it was more of an administrative restructuring of reporting. We needed to restructure reporting to be more in line with the information as we needed in our headquarters, our international headquarters in Miami, for several reasons, from accounting to statistics. We had to restructure the reporting so it balances, and that we accomplished all that in a week, basically in 10 days. We arrived last Monday and we leave tomorrow.
Veteran, you basically had showered too much of praises on the performance of the Liberia program, the adult literacy, and the Liberia Ghana mission. In taking back to the United States, what does Liberia hope, or what does Liberian program hope to get from you as an extension for this program, not to only be urban center, but rural areas to some extent would benefit?
Extent of planning where we go in regards to expansion in area, not really in numbers of students. What we're committed to do from our side, Alpha International, based out of Florida, United States, is to grow the program financially and numerically in students. It is up to the local director here, Reverend Emmanuel Giddings, to decide expansion to new areas of the country. In the past, as you well know, we have been in all the counties of Liberia, and that is always the goal. It does take an extreme amount of supervision because some of the areas are a lot more remote than the areas that are more urban. But regardless, that's always been the intention of my brother Giddings, and I'm sure that that's part of his vision going forward. But the results of what we've seen has motivated us to grow the program in 2019 across the board. And that now it is in the hands of my brother here to decide if we're going to be able to expand to more rural areas that we are currently not in.
Barbara, you stated that you intended to hold meetings with corporate entities to establish partnership. Did you have a meeting with them? If so, how did it go?
Yeah.
And then lastly, you started operation during the administration of the previous government for almost 12 years, the administration of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Now we have new government. How's the relationship with AFALIT?
Let's touch about the corporate meetings. And the corporate meetings were with Firestone. That's one corporate meeting we acquired, which was the one that I had the most interest in because we had worked within the Firestone plantation previously. In fact, my first experience in Liberia in 2007, My first class I ever went to see was in the Firestone Plantation, and it was an impressive class, and we were doing impressive work there. I had a fantastic meeting with one of the directors of Firestone. I don't remember his title exactly right now. I can tell you I met with him, and I met with his staff, including his educator, person in human resources, his public relations person, and they were all excellent. I was proud to be with a group of people that are really committed to the Liberian people. I was just a really great meeting. We look forward to the opportunities to work together, to do joint ventures, to do great social work here in Liberia. I was happily impressed to know of their commitment to do social work in Liberia. Sometimes you never know until you actually meet a person. And meeting the Firestone staff was one of the highlights of this trip. They were excellent. Regarding government, we've had such a busy week in regards to reviewing the program that this was not the appropriate time to try to meet with local government. So we just didn't have a chance to meet with local government. So maybe in the future we'll have that opportunity.